Paulina Luna, Massey, and Roy, these people are not, people are touting them as heroes. They're not heroes. They were still cowards because they didn't do that vote when it really mattered, which was during the first vote, which was the rule vote. These people, these 6 Democrats, are the rotating villains in the Democratic Party. It's Henry Cuellar, Don Davis, Jared Golden, Gonzalez, Gray, and Maria Perez. These individuals here, if they would have voted along with their party, because the majority of Democrats voted to not support this NDAA, if they would have voted along with their party, the bill also does not pass the House. So it's not just on the 6 Republicans. Oh, and imagine that, 6 and 6. How convenient. It's not just on the 6 Republicans, it's also on the 6 Democrats. And I really do feel like sometimes these two parties, they kind of bounce off of each other, in a way. So it's like, it's not really my fault. It's not really I voted this way. I voted blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the point is, these 6 Democrats also could have stopped that bill from passing. Reminder again, Henry Cuellar was endorsed by Nancy Pelosi, Hakeem Jeffries, and Chuck Schumer. We warned everybody about him back then. Now, she posted another video Friday, and I want to go ahead and share this one too, where she gave a little bit more breakdown here.
Hey guys, I just want to follow up on a video that I put out explaining the NDAA vote that happened yesterday, explaining the 2 votes. Every time a bill passes the House floor, it has to cross 2 hurdles. The first vote is called the rule vote. The second vote is final passage vote. Now, that's super confusing and it's really stupid, but that's the way they do it. We had 7 total Republicans vote no on final passage to the NDAA because of Section 219 and other issues that they didn't like within the bill. We are thankful to them for voting no. However, that was a safe no vote, and let me explain that. There's 2 ways to vote no. There's the safe no vote, which is voting no on a bill when you know it's going to pass, so you don't have to make anybody mad, and you can still vote no because it's going to pass even without your vote. Then there's the courageous no vote, and that is voting no on the rule, the first vote for that bill to cross to final passage. When you vote no on the rule vote, you're voting no against everyone. You're voting no against leadership. You're voting no against the White House. You're taking a hard stand and saying, I am 100% against this bill. I do not want it to pass.
So that is the part I wanted you to hear that I thought was very important. You're voting against leadership, and that matters. So those 6 Republicans that voted with Massey the second time around, Trump's probably not going to come after their seat. Thursday, I figured, I was like, he's probably going to come after their seat. But now that I understand that was the first vote, I stand here corrected. But apparently, they're not pissing off leadership by voting against that bill during the second vote, the safe vote. That's why we're saying it's the safe vote, because you're not pissing anybody off. That's what she's saying. Interesting.
There was only 1 Republican that took the courageous no vote on the rule vote. That was Thomas Massey. He voted no. The other Republicans only voted no on the second vote, the final passage vote, when they knew that the bill was going to pass, okay?
Yep.
So there's a difference, and that's what you need to understand. There's the 2 votes. One is the rule vote. The second vote is final passage. And the most courageous vote any member of Congress could take is voting no on the rule. Here's the difference. The rule vote passed 213 to 212. 213 to 212. If those 6 other Republicans had voted no with Thomas Massey on the rule vote, the rule would have failed and the NDAA could not have moved forward to the second final passage vote. However, they voted yes on the rule, allowing it to move forward. Thomas was the only one that voted no. But when it came to final passage, 6 decided to vote no. Then, because it was safe, you want to know why? Because there were 6 Democrats that were voting yes. That's what you need to know. If you want to put your members of Congress into action, Call them and start telling them to vote no on the rule. Don't let them make videos and wash their hands and say, I did everything I could. No, if they really want to stop something, vote no on the rule.
Yep.
I'm glad
Amen.
she's calling this out, because I have seen some
That's
of the
correct.
videos there on social media saying, well, I tried to stop it, and it's just disingenuous at this point. No, she's correct. If they really tried to stop it, they could have done so on that first initial vote, the rule vote. So I think we got a civics lesson here today, ladies and gents. We're all learning together, but share this with people, share this with your friends, share it with family, so that they understand how the voting process actually works in Congress and what is considered the courageous vote and what is not considered the courageous vote. Either way, we got a bunch of rotating villains. It could have happened either way. The 6 Democrats could have voted with the other Democratic Party members, and this wouldn't have passed. Or those 6 Republicans could have voted no on the rule vote, and this bill would have never even moved forward to the second vote. Ladies and gentlemen, civics lesson today. We're learning some things. So, yeah, thank you for the individual who sent me these videos. So I just wanted to make sure that I updated you guys on that, so that you understand that it was only Thomas Massie who took the courageous vote. Hey guys, this was a